Hello everybody, this is Solar Tiger with another wind and solar power update video. Today is the 22nd of March, it's Sunday, and the time now is just gone 10 to 9 in the evening. Now I've been doing some work with my wind and solar power system today. Okay, the first thing you'll notice if I show you the wall is there are no more cables sticking out the wall, and namely there are no more cables sticking out of the window frame. They were very unsightly, so I have removed them. What I've done now is I've fitted this box on the wall, and that's where my cables enter the house. So this is made from a double outlet box, the type that you put double wall sockets on, and the front is a blanking plate that fits the double socket box. I bought two pairs of speaker terminals, and I drilled 4 holes in the blanking plate and fixed the 4 speaker terminals to the blanking plate. Then the wires from outside are now fed through the wall, and each wire is connected to its respective terminal inside the box. This is a lot neater than having wires sprouting out of the wall or out of the window frame. So behind this box I drilled a hole all the way through the wall to the outside. I used this drill bit, this monster of a drill bit. It's a 14mm diameter masonry drill, and I put this in the cordless power drill, and using the hammer mode I drilled the hole through the wall. I burned through 2 batteries in the process, but I charged them up with the charger and the power inverter. So that's that. So back here. So as you can see, at the moment I only have the solar panels hooked up. That cable there just goes to the back of the board there. That's a lot easier than how it was before. I will fit another lead to the other terminals, which will go to the wind turbine outside. I've netted all the wires inside the box, but outside only the solar panels are hooked up. Sorry about the coughing. I will take the wind turbine down on Tuesday, weather permitting, and hook up the other end of the cable. So that's how this is on this side. If I show you the cable, I bought on eBay some cable, and you can see this is the cable. Here it is. Now this is thin wall cable. It's 2-core with red and black wires. It is 2mm squared cable, and it is good for 25 amps. Now you may be thinking that, hang on a minute, the wire that I used for the solar panels was a lot thicker before. Well, that's true. They were 4mm squared cables, each of the cables, but my solar panels at maximum output only put out 5.8 amps, or we can just round that up to 6 amps. So 6 amps is the maximum that would flow down the cable. So this cable is good for 25 amps, and if I'm only going to put 6 amps down it, that is not a problem. But this cable is much more manageable than the solar PV cable I was using before. There were 2 separate 4mm squared cables. It was quite bulky, the wire was very stiff, and it was overkill. Also, I'm using this for the wind turbine. Now the wind turbine can theoretically max out at 300 watts. That's approximately 18 amps. Now I would not get 18 amps under any normal circumstances. So this 25 amp cable is more than adequate. It's 2mm squared. The manual does recommend 2.5mm squared, but buying 30 meters of 2.5mm squared cable is a lot more expensive. So I bought this 30-meter roll of cable, and I am wiring the solar panels and the wind turbine with it, and as you can see, I still have some left over. So that's what I've been doing. I've not been very well recently, hence there's not been many videos, and I have the bad flu that everyone has at the moment. So anyway, before I shut down the system to rewire it, the solar panels had hit a maximum power of 161.1 watts. That was 4.5 amps peak. I produced 285 watt hours, and that was 7.77 amp hours. Now, I shut the system down about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I disconnected all the batteries. I took them out of the battery box in an attempt to get better access to the wall. So that's what I've been doing. So this box, which is now where the cables terminate from outside, is a lot tidier. It's easier if I just want to disconnect the cables for any reason. That is easy. And it's nice and neat and tidy. And that is what I did. So these are just standard AC electrical parts. A double socket outlet box. This is a out of the two choices, this is the not so deep version, and on the front is a standard double socket blanking plate with 4 speaker terminals mounted on it. They cost about £2 or £3 from eBay. They're normally used for attaching cables to speaker units, but I'm using them here as power terminals. And the wires are just fixed to the back using crimp-on connectors, so that's very easy. I will be labelling the pairs of sockets. The one hooked up at the moment is for the solar panels. The pair on the left is for the wind generator. So that's what I've been doing. I tidied it up a bit. So this is Solar Tiger saying thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye. Thank you.